All right, what's up, y'all? It's Neil from Studio Intrigue, and I'm here with
Ronnjay, what's up, y'all?
what's going on. Man, this is a bona fide lyricist, bona fide wordsmith. We got a future legend in the building,
Thank you,
Ronnjay.
thank you,
Ronnjay, what's going on, man?
thank you,
So
thank
yeah, it's been 4 years since we've seen each other. What's been going on in that 4 years?
you. Well, I had to reset first and foremost, cause you know what happened with my sister. First for those who aren't informed, my sister passed, and throughout that time, I kind of had to reset and just really figure out my mission, my purpose, cause I feel like there had to be a way I could continue her legacy, and I wanted to figure out how to do that in the best way possible. So what I did was I took some time off to just reset my brain real quick, and then when I said I come back with a game plan. I'll come back and use my music as a way to continue her legacy. Cause when she was around, she was pretty much the godly type. She was very pious. She was a very devout Christian, and I wanted to share that in my music to continue her legacy, and continue to spread the gospel that she was spreading, that she didn't get the chance to spread herself. So hopefully, man, y'all enjoy the music that I got on this next album, man. I got a lot of songs where I get personal. I got a lot of songs where I touch on religion, touch on society. Like I'm touching a bunch of topics that I'm excited for y'all to hear.
For sure, man. So I got some I got some quick topics for you, and let me know what your opinion is on them. All right, so the first one, and obviously Ronnjay is a hip hop artist, so we're gonna talk mostly hip hop with these ones. First one, what's your album of the year so far?
Ooh, it's a tough one. I got clips in the lead.
Okay.
Would let God sort them out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I want to say, for a second, I probably say Alfredo 2 by Freddie Gibbs. And for the third, I probably say that Raekwon album. I can't remember the name off the top, but yo, I really fucks with it. I fucks with that whole album. That Nas verse, classic, man. Right now, that's my top three. But it's subject to change, man. You got a lot of great artists coming out, so I'm just excited to see what more music we have in store for this year. So
For sure, yeah. And it's been dope because for a long time we weren't seeing a lot of our favorite artists, and it seems like they're jumping back in from all types of decades. So it's cool to see the clips come back after so many years.
yeah,
You got different artists that are coming out that already come out with their music, and then you got a lot of new artists and you got a lot of old school artists. So it just seems like we getting a lot of good mix of different styles. It's a good time for music in general, but definitely hip hop. I feel like, you agree?
yeah. I would also say that this year it seems like a lot of great artists are coming out regardless of the age. So I think regardless of the age, now is the time to drop. You see real hip hop is coming back, and now I think we're moving into a time where the age gap is finally starting to diminish. Like we're finally starting to live in an era where you can drop music no matter what. As long as you got a passion, and I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50. I mean, it's a great time for hip hop, and I'm just excited to see what comes next.
What have you seen shift like in the last, like, from, let's say, from when you started? When did you start making music? Like your very first time, let's say your very first music moment.
I will say, okay, this is the story I kind of told in my first album, but what got me into music, I was gonna say I was in 10th grade. I had like a little high school project. Now this might sound corny, but it worked. So
Wow.
we had to do like either a poem or a rap for World War II. And what I chose was a rap. And I never wrote a rap in my life. So I was like super nervous. So I was thinking in my head, do I really want to do this? I really want to do this. Cause at the time I was listening to, some dope hip hop artists at the time, but I'm like, could I do this myself? And then I don't know, I just got that inspiration, it just hit in my head, and then I just wrote a quick couple bars, and mind you, I had no experience on the stage or nothing, but I performed in front of the class, and it just, I don't know, something took over me. I just became a whole different beast, and then like the whole class just went crazy. Like they didn't, when I told them that that was the first rap I ever wrote, they didn't believe me. They didn't even I didn't even believe me. So when I did it, I was like, I could probably see myself probably getting further in it, but like I didn't take it serious. I didn't really start taking it seriously until I started reaching out to forums, like online forum sites where they would like have battle tournaments. They would host online battle tournaments where you might battle this guy for cash. And I mean, I ate a couple niggas up. No, I cuss? Yeah. I ate a couple niggas up, and it was like it was something that I enjoyed doing, but I know I could do more with my talent. So from there, I started just working on songs, just starting writing a verse to YouTube beats, whatever YouTube beat I could find, and just started practicing and writing. And then, like, I want to say 2020, around like 2020, that's when I really started, like, really going to the booth and started just putting music out for the world to hear. So
Gotcha. And what goes like so you started like going into recording. It took from went from that moment where you got the inspiration and maybe I should try to take it serious to where 2020 is like where okay I'm gonna start trying to take it serious now. I'm gonna actually take it serious now.
yeah,
So what has changed? Like, how's your creative process changed from when you first got into the studio to up until now?
I want to say what I do. Usually, it's subject to change, but usually what I do, like when I hear a beat, I just, I mumble a flow. I'll mumble a flow, try to come up with a melody. Sometimes I might listen to like other artists to try to get some inspiration, but like naturally when I hear the right beat, the creative juices just flow naturally. And like sometimes I might rush the process, other times I don't, but like it's better when I just don't rush the process. I might come across where I don't want to call it writer's block, but it'll be a situation where something might come to my head, but I just don't feel like it's good enough. Like I'm a perfectionist, so I could write something like super fast, but if it's not to my level, to my par, if it's not up to par, I'll just come back to it, and then usually like after a while, I just like have it just like that. It's just something that you just can't rush. It's something you gotta wait to come to you. It's not on you, it's in you. That's how I feel.
Right, right. And so in that process of like getting that journey, like what was going on? Wow, because you mentioned your last album for the people that don't know, let them know, like your last project.
My last project, uh, well, I want to say my first album was Success Story, and then I dropped like an EP around like 2 years later called a Lightworker EP, and now I'm on my third project. This one is I feel
Check
like
check out the merch, y'all. He already ready. He
yeah,
already ready.
yep.
Don't stand too tall for him now. But yeah, damn right. But yeah, so then you got TIA as well. So like from in between those projects, like what would you say? What were you going through in between those projects that ended up creating those three, that trilogy? I guess you could say.
I feel like I just didn't give myself a chance to like experience life.
Mm.
To like really get the best motivation, I feel like I had to just take some time off to like just experience life. You go through some shit, you just get that motivation, that creative juices. So I just wanted to wait until I experienced life And I think it allowed me to cover so many topics because I went through so much shit just going through that time period. So while it might have seemed like a long time in between, there was never a point in time where I stopped thinking about music, where I ever stopped thinking about crafting. But I just wanted to take some time to like really experience something and not just rapping for the sake of rapping. I want to actually like rap about something that means something, that's something that really connects with people.
Right. Rapping with a purpose.
Yeah.
I got you. How would you say that purpose has changed over time? Like once you got a purpose, like what would you say for we'll start with your new single Nonsense. So like what would you say went into the inspiration behind that, or like what motivated you to what's your I guess your message in that you were trying to convey to the artist? Also, I noticed you switched up your style a tad bit too on that one, so that was dope to hear as well.
Thank you,
So
thank
yeah,
you.
just I guess take us through that, like your inspiration behind that.
Well, what I wanted to do was like I wanted to like enter from the perspective of like someone who was a naive little kid starting out at this time. He didn't really have the confidence in him, and it was like the people around him, they brought that negative energy onto him, and they kind of spread it. I don't want to sound like a victim, or because at the end of the day, I do take accountability for my actions, but like the circle around me, they weren't making it any better. So what I basically did was like basically wanted to explain from the mindset of someone at that time to see the impact that it had on me. So, right then and there, why I had to cut off a few people. So, people who might have been, and I ain't gonna say no names, who might have been in that circle, they're gonna hear that song and think, dang, I had that effect on him. I really like, I feel like it works better than me just preaching to him. Something like that is going to connect because they see the impact that what their words or what their negative energy causes and what it brings upon people. They start to like it starts to connect more on a deeper level.
Right. A lot of
So
people don't have that intuition, so like sometimes it takes little hints like that. Like that song could be a hint, and then you go through other things in life, and it's like, damn, they might not even realize it in this moment, but a couple years down the line, dad, I kind of see where he was coming from and stuff like that. But yeah, it's so you say you cut a lot of them off, so now you have like a new group of people you moving around. You kind of moving solo. How you doing now?
um I want to say it's a little mixture between my circle has been very small since like I wanted to say since I moved from moved down south to South Carolina. I've been keeping a small circle of friends or people. I don't want to throw that term around just so loosely like that.
Friends.
I feel you got friends and then you got acquaintances, situations like that.
For sure.
But I feel like it's a situation where you put a label on it or you put a label on it, it's just going to set you up for failure and set you up for disappointment. So at the end of the day, I just been focusing on me and whoever gets in, get in where you fit in.
Yeah,
And
right.
then let your actions prove to me where you stand. And then we'll see what happens from there.
So just make sure when y'all come at this man, come correct. Don't come playing no games. Don't be on no funny stuff. It's gonna all be cool. That's what it sounds like to me. All right. So let's get into TIA. Tell me about that in particular. We'll break it down
Well,
because it actually comes out depending on when we drop this interview. You might be seeing it when it drops on the dot. So take me behind your inspiration behind that, and just what's going on.
all right, so when I started working on this album, I wanted to say I didn't take it seriously until I dropped Johnny Saint. Johnny Saint was like originally just gonna be a single on its own, but then I came with a vision that I was like, hey, maybe I could just write a few 10 songs, maybe. Like, okay, maybe I could come up with a project that's like there's no concept in mind, but it's just focused on like just really good music that touches on a range of topics, and it just doesn't limit myself. It's just introducing you to me and the different sides of me. So like, man, I touched on so many different sounds, and I just wanted to figure out how to come together from boom bap to, like how you mentioned how I changed up my sound on nonsense. I wanted to like show like a mixed medley, if you will, to show that, to like show my versatility, but show that I could still do it while being me. I could still do it while, connecting with my audience. So
That's dope. That's dope. It almost reminds me, that concept kind of reminds me of, if you remember Chance the Rapper's coloring book. It was like he would, kind of try this style a little bit with this artist, or this little style with this artist, but it was, he made it his own. So it sounds like maybe not necessarily taking from other people's stuff, but just kind of generating your own different styles and just put them out there and making a whole palette of your own. That sounds pretty dope.
right.
And that is dropping when?
August 8th.
August 8th. So hopefully it's the 8th when y'all see this, for sure. I'm gonna get to work on the editing as soon as possible. So besides the album, is there anything else that you kind of want the people to look forward to, or anything else that we might have missed in between?
I want to say, well, I'm working on, I want to say 3 video shoots. I got a 1 video shoot happening on the 13th for my first video. That's going to be for nonsense.
Okay.
Then I got another one for, I guess, I guess I can say it since, by the time you see this, the album will be out, but Voice of God.
Okay.
And I kind of like, for those first 2, I kind of like wanted to work with a concept. Nonsense, since it's like a darker theme, I kind of like wanted to, do a video shoot based on that. So it's like me wearing black in that one, and then the second one working with a more lighter theme. So I'm wearing white. So I kind of like wanted to do a theme to like work with the album. And then for the third track, it's called 10 Count. It's just, me with a rap click, if you will, just having fun. We ain't even like really focusing on nothing deep like that. We just dropping a fun record that you could like really resonate with. So like I hope y'all get to, hope y'all get to see it, and I hope y'all enjoy, man.
For sure. Now, we're gonna do one last thing. We're gonna do rap superlatives, and I'm gonna throw them off the top of my head because I did not plan for it, but I feel like it'd be perfect for this. All right. So, what is the most vibrant song on the album?
For me, it's a toss up between Voice of God and 10 Count, but it really depends on what type of, what type of music you're into. Like I said, it's a mixed medley. So, like, if you're more so into the positive, spiritual side of hip hop, you're gonna feel like Voice of God is the most vibrant. If you're more into like the rowdy, rough, but like still tame, at least compared to what other more street extreme are. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you want to have like a fun record that still like has a message underneath, you might say 10 Count is more vibrant, but it's all comes down to preference. For me, it's a tie between those though. So
gotcha. What's the song most likely to make you tear up?
I want to say, personally, it might be TIA, the title track. It could also be Privacy. Privacy, I love, man, y'all gonna love the concept for this song, because this concept, I get really deep. Like, I don't want to spoil too much, but like when you hear it, you're gonna be like, dang, he really talking this. Like, for example, I have a line that says, first you chose to strut. No. I have a line that where it says, first your mom was crying tears watching the young and the restless. Now your mama crying tears watching the son get arrested.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
So, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. The record really cuts deep, so I feel like it's a toss up between those two.
Damn, my mom watched Young and the Restless. That hit me.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. All right. Let's say, what would you say what song has the best bars on it?
Ooh. I want to say I'm rapping throughout the whole album, but if I really wanted to say for real, if I had to choose, I would say, I want to say Voice of God. Like, I feel like TIA, the title track, is my most lyrical one, but like Voice of God, it's got that substance that none of the other tracks have. Like, it really cuts deep. Like, there's a line in the song that says trying to I could care less of your big 3 years unless it is the Lord, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. Like, a line like that is no punchline to it, but it just cuts so deep because it just hits your soul. There's some shit that you ain't even got to think about it. You just feel it. And I think for real, personally, because of that, I want to say Voice of God is my most lyrical song. But I mean, it comes down to preference.
Of course, of course. And then let's say your last one, the biggest surprise to people that, like, out of all the songs in your album, what song is going to surprise your fans the most?
I want to say for real, ooh, I want to say patience. Patience is like you're gonna get the concept. Excuse me. You're gonna get the concept, and you're gonna be like, dang, he really talking this shit, because it's like a track that's aimed towards haters, but at the same token, it's like it's a really dope concept. It's not the simple fuck haters, fuck haters. It's kind of like using satire in a way, trying to basically use their own criticism against me. Cause like one thing I would always hear, oh, you use too many big words. You're always trying to sound all deep and overly lyrical. So what I did, hey, I basically said fuck you in the most lyrical, expansive vocabulary way you could say it. But I mean, you're not gonna get it unless you really pay attention to the lyrics. So it's gonna be like, damn, some people are gonna hear that and be like, he might be talking to me.
All right. If the shoe fits, you know what they say. Word, word.
Just like I said, man, TIA drops August 8th, man. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all listen, man, and I hope y'all don't, matter of fact, don't just enjoy it, but listen and pay attention to the message, cuz that's what I do it for. At the end of the day, I want to make music that connects with the soul, so I'm hoping that, I hope it just connects with your soul, man, but we'll see, man. It drops August 8th, man. I can't wait for y'all to hear it, man.
Where can they find you at?
I'm on I'm on all streaming platforms. Just search up Ronnjay right here. Ronnjay. And I'm mainly on Facebook and IG. Like I said, it's Facebook is Ronnjay. Don't know if y'all can see this, but you can also find me on IG. That's Ron J the rapper. So I'm not hard to find, but if y'all have any like questions for me, my DMs are open. You can hit me up anytime, and I'll see you guys soon.